Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Wilson, and welcome back to Magic Talk. Today we're going to be discussing the Mass Polymorph deck. Now, a lot of people have their ideas of what this deck should look like, and all the ideas seem to be very, very different. Today we're going to look at two builds. The first one we're going to look at here is built by Evan Irwin. He posted this on the Magic Show. You can see his build is very creature heavy. Trying to mass polymorph into win conditions like Primeval Titan and Avenger of Zendikar, and using creatures like Nest Invaders and Kozilek's Predator to produce tokens to sacrifice. Now, he's using 4 Jace the Mind Sculptors here to help draw them cards and to put his win conditions back in the deck to be mass polymorphed into. Something I don't agree with in his deck here is his mana base, mainly the Tectonic Edges. I think a deck like this needs to have every land it can get, and I don't think it can afford to be sacrificing lands. So I'm not sure I quite agree with this, but all in all, I like the entire deck. The sideboard's very, very strong against blue-white control decks, and of course Obstinate Bailout to help against Jund or anybody making you discard cards. Because if you discard cards with this deck, it kind of hurts. That's a good way of beating this deck, is to make them discard and trying to hit their mass polymorph. So this is what his build looks like. Now we're going to jump over here to a build that a friend of mine and I came up with. This is our build. Now, very light on the creatures here, much heavier on the spells. And what we did here is the win condition is Bolgarden Hellkite and Magister Sphinx. What you do is you only need three creature tokens to sacrifice to mass polymorph, and you get your Magister Sphinx and Bolgarden Hellkites. Magister Sphinx, when he enters the battlefield, you can have target player's life total become 10. And Bolgarden Hellkites, obviously, when they come into play, can do 5 damage to any creatures and players, divided as you choose. So you get their life total to 10, and then hit them with both Bolgarden Hellkites to win the game. There's no way to turn. So already, like you see, our Mass Polymorph deck wins on the turn that Mass Polymorph resolves. If you resolve Mass Polymorph, you win. There's no waiting, no chance for your opponent to Wrath of God or control the board. You can see, instead of the Jace to shuffle if we draw a win condition to shuffle back in, running 4C, as well as Ponder to keep us from drawing those Bolgarden Hellkites and Magister Sphinx. The Planeswalker we're running is Garrett. This helps us produce tokens and kind of keep things in check. If we're going up against aggro decks, the tokens help keep damage from getting through. So we took that route and running Awakening Zones to help produce tokens. Explore for more ramp, along with the Growth Spasms, as you see up here. Still running the Mana Leaks, but also running 4C. Now this is a great card. For 4 mana, it digs 6. You get to scry 4 and then draw 2. So what this pretty much does is almost every time this will put Mass Polymorph or any other card that you need into your hand, because of the level of draw, because of how deep you get to go. So 4C is really, really good in this deck, in my opinion. The mana base, much more basic. Just 4 Colony Gardens, 4 Misties, and the rest filled with basic lands. We're not trying to go too overboard with the lands, so we don't run the Tectonic Edges and whatnot to sacrifice. So we have all the lands that we've played, and that's a good thing. You need to keep your lands in play. I don't think you can afford to be sacrificing any lands. So this is what our build looks like. It's very, very strong and very solid. We've been doing a lot of play testing with it lately, and this is just amazing right here. One problem we are seeing, we're worried about, is the white ley line. Once that hits play, we can't target our opponents. We can't take their life total to 10. We can't do damage to them with Bolgarden Hellkite. We're not seeing this a lot game 1, but a lot of people we hear are putting it in their sideboards, at least in our area. So our sideboard is going to look a little different. We're still working on it. We have some ideas. One of the ideas we've been toying around with is running Emrakul and Madrar Cyclops, so that when Emrakul hits play and Madrar Cyclops hit play, they all have haste, and you can swing immediately with Emrakul, and making them sack 6 permanents and forcing them to make tough decisions. Other ideas running with Naturalize in the sideboard to help deal with the enchantment, to help get rid of the white ley line. And a lot of counter spells to help deal with blue-white control, because you don't want people countering your Mass Polymorph. So that's pretty much what we're going with. This is our build. we welcome you to build it and give it a try, and send me some feedback. Let us know how it's doing and how it's running for you. So, I hope this has been educational, and thank you for watching.